All right, I'm going to show you how I set up my dev container for my project, Cloudnative to do. If you want to use my project, I suggest you fork it so you have your own copy and you can play around with it. There will be things I do later that you're not going to be able to do on my repository. So you don't have to know anything about dev containers or Docker or anything to get started. GitHub makes it very easy. You can create a code space right here. If you're going to use my repository, I'd suggest you say new with options and select the 001 branch because it doesn't already have a dev container. If you select main or 002, you'll see that the dev container is already configured for you. So that's how you would open it in a browser, which is really nice. You don't have to have anything installed on your computer. It does take a little bit of runtime. I think you get 60 hours of runtime for free from GitHub. But if I'm going to show you my local machine, you do have to have Docker running, and you can see that I have some stuff going on already. You don't have to know anything about that. You just have to have Docker running. So in my project, I already have my project here. The 002 is not created, so that kind of tells you that I'm working in the correct branch, the 001 branch. I'm going to say reopen in a container. It's going to ask me what type of container. I want to pick something that already has at least one feature that I need. So I know I need TypeScript and Node. Where are they? Node and TypeScript. And I do want to pick 18 Bookworm. That's just me. You can pick whatever variation of the version you need. And then this is where you can add additional features. I'm not going to do it right now. I will do it in the future. So this is going to go ahead and open up my dev container. It's pretty fast because I already had all of the underlying stuff in Docker because I'd already done it once. And it's showing me the Docker file. This is the definition of the dev container. You can see the image that was picked for me right there. I don't need to know much about any of the rest of it, just not yet, but I do know I want Copilot, Copilot chat. So I'm going to make sure that this is installed, enabled, and added to my dev container. And if I go back and look at my dev container, I'll see that it's been added for me with the correct syntax. I didn't really have to know anything more. In my publish branch, you will see I added one more thing to my dev container. And this is just a nice to have to make sure that every time I open the dev container, I know which version of Node I'm using because I'm switching versions of Node. But you can do anything here. You can install extra software or you can build before you even get there. So that's a nice thing to have. And then if you want to stop your dev container, you can reopen the folder locally. You still have your dev container and you should definitely be checking that into source control. And then you don't need to clean up your Docker stuff. If you're going to consistently use dev containers, you'll leave it around because it'll just speed up the opening of your dev container. But every once in a while, you're going to want to clean that up. So that's how I set up dev containers.